We're on it right now, everybody. This is the chart to watch. The altcoin market cap is literally inches away from breaking its all-time high. This is not just another headline, this is the headline. And today, Fed Chair Jerome Powell just dropped a signal that could change everything for crypto. He hinted that the current conditions may actually warrant interest rate cuts. That's massive. And it's already playing out in the charts. Ethereum is moving aggressively, Cardano is showing signs of life, and the timing of this shift couldn't be more critical. In today's update, we're going to break it all down: the Ethereum setup, ADA's next potential move, and what Powell's speech means for the entire altcoin market cycle. Now, before I dive in, yes, I'm literally on the road right now, but this update couldn't wait. Wifey's driving, I'm charting, and you're getting the raw, real-time breakdown. So, buckle up, this is going to get interesting. And if you're new here, welcome to Crypto Bulletin. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on, because we cover these moves the moment they happen. Let's start with the macro news. Jerome Powell just gave a speech, and the tone was very different from what we heard back in 2022 at Jackson Hole. Back then, his hawkish comments confirmed and even defined the bear market. But today, completely different vibe. Powell removed the effective lower bound language, openly admitted that downside risks to employment are rising, and said the effects of tariffs on consumer prices are now clearly visible. Translation? The Fed is acknowledging pressure, and the market is reading that as bullish. Some analysts are already calling September's rate cut a done deal. And that lines up perfectly with the cycle shift we've been tracking here on the channel. The difference between Powell in 2022 and Powell in 2025 could mark the transition from bear market pain to bull market acceleration. And that's where things get really interesting when we zoom in on the charts. Take a look at the altcoin market cap excluding Bitcoin. We are literally sitting right at all-time high levels. From a cycle perspective, this looks eerily similar to November 2020, right before altcoins went vertical. Does that mean we're guaranteed the same outcome? Not necessarily. But what it does mean is that the upside potential is still very much in play, and Ethereum is leading the charge. So, let's break down Ethereum. Risk model analysis shows ETH sitting in the high 50s, 59 right now, to be exact. Historically, that's been a pre-bull market signal. In 2020, we were in a similar range before the massive breakout. Even 2 cycles ago, the same thing happened: mid to high 50s on risk, then liftoff. If ETH reclaims the 60s decisively, it could be the final confirmation we've been waiting for. On the charts, I'm watching 2 things: Ethereum's RSI and the breakout zone near all-time highs. On the daily, ETH is a moment away from testing that historic high from 2021. But here's the kicker: on the weekly RSI, Ethereum is just entering overbought territory. Normally that raises red flags, but here's the cliffhanger. In November 2020, ETH also looked overbought, yet it was just the beginning of a massive rally. So don't underestimate what can happen when momentum collides with a new business cycle. Now let's pivot to Cardano, ADA. And here's where I want to throw out a warning first. On the 6-hour chart, the 20-day is crossing below the 50-day. The last time this happened, ADA faked a small pump before swinging lower. So yes, we're seeing some green candles right now, but resistance in the mid-90s could easily shut that move down. If we get rejected here, ADA could revisit the 70s before the real breakout attempt. But here's the bullish scenario. If ADA manages to break above 97 cents and then reclaim $1, that would be the first confirmation of a massive bull setup. Zooming out, the chart shows potential for an inverse head and shoulders formation with targets closer to $2. That's not an overnight move, but the roadmap is there. For now, I'm eyeing that 94 to 97 cent range like a hawk. So here's the big takeaway. Powell's tone has shifted. Altcoins are pressing against all-time highs, and both Ethereum and Cardano are flashing signals that could either confirm or fake out the next leg up. The weekend could bring volatility, so stay cautious. Market makers love to liquidate longs in moments like these. But if ETH cracks resistance and ADA clears $1, we could be at the very start of crypto's next explosive run. This is why we track these updates daily here on Crypto Bulletin, because timing matters in this market. And as always, let me close with this. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing in this video is financial advice. These are just my opinions and observations based on the data and charts I'm tracking. Always do your own research before making investment decisions. If you found this update helpful, smash that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for daily crypto news and analysis. Big things are coming.